This is my office. It is boring. It is dull. It lacks the inspiration I need to make art. And it is in desperate need of whimsy. So here's the vibe. I want to make a gallery wall that is colorful, sentimental, and using what I already have. And I could think of no better way to start off this project for a gallery wall than with this pillowcase that I embroidered at the age of 9. So my granny actually taught me how to embroider on this pillowcase, and you can see what stitches were hers and then what stitches were mine at 9. And I really wanted to display it because I think it's something that's really important to me. And I grabbed this old vinyl record frame that we had laying around. It's a little broken in one spot, but it actually is very small and it doesn't bother me much. And instead of having these two things lay around in storage with no real use for them, I thought it would be best to put them to work and put them on display and show something that not only am I proud about, but is deeply important to me. When it comes to adding whimsy to that corner of my office, I think the idea of sentimentality is actually deeply important to me and my sense of whimsy specifically. I think there's something truly magical and beautiful about pointing to an object or an item and saying, I've had this for so many years and I love it so much, I've continued to take care of it and keep it on display for others to see how much I love it. And I find that truly whimsical. And I think that is genuinely something that I learned from my granny, and I can think of no better way of putting our work on display together. My next project is taking this old picture frame that I got from Value Village a long time ago. As you can see, it cost $2.99. And I'm going to be taking the print out, painting a new picture, as well as the frame to kind of bring some color and hopefully bring some more inspiration to the room for my art. This painting was the thing I was most excited to make for this gallery wall, but it also turned out to be the piece that was the most frustrating and time-consuming. So I'm starting here doing a little blue underwash to kind of pull all the tones together that I wanted. And I, in full disclosure, was deeply inspired by another painting I had saw months ago. This was when I was working an internship at a university library in another city, and they had this painting on the wall on a random floor just tucked away, and I was so awe-inspired by this painting. It just filled me with so much inspiration to make art, but I did not take a picture of this piece of work, and I actually don't even know the name of the person who created it. So I was kind of working off my memory to create something that was deeply inspired by this. I didn't want to make a complete recreation of that piece of art. I wanted to do something that was like, this is my own idea. I am inspired by this art to create more art. And so the way I remembered it is it was a red flower-like blob on a field of green. It was it's a very modern painting, and I am by no means a modern artist or even really a good painter. Like, I'm using a craft acrylic paint for this painting. It it turned out. It's not my best work, but I am actually really happy with myself for having carried through on an artistic thought. And so once I finished this painting, and as I was editing this video, I decided to see if I could find this painting that I was inspired by. And so I went back to that university's website, and I found a picture of the painting. So I'm going to put it on the screen right now. So there's actually, as you can see, 2 paintings that I was inspired by. I think I melded them both in my head to get the final product that I currently have. But I think you could tell that I was inspired, and that I'm also not a modern painter, but I do still really enjoy this piece of work. It genuinely looks great on the wall, and it's 3 of my favorite colors because I love green, I love red, and I love blue. After I painted on the first layer of green, the painting was feeling very lackluster to what I wanted it to feel like. So I basically spent all night adding extra layers of green to really deepen the color. And then, as you can tell on the red flowery blob, I darkened the outer part to kind of add a little extra dimension. And so what I'm doing now is I'm also outlining the flower shape, kind of like going out like in a wave, in a slightly lighter green than the background. I actually really enjoyed doing this part. I found it very therapeutic to draw these lines, and I was really enjoying it, knowing that I was like adding my own kind of personal touch to those paintings that I had seen months ago. And so when this dries, the lines are actually barely visible, which was kind of the point for me. I wanted to have the feeling of movement without it actually being clear. It's very subtle. You can catch it in certain lighting, and I really enjoy that because it makes the painting pop in a way that you wouldn't expect. And I'm really kind of talking myself up here as an artist. I just, more than anything, personally find that I really struggle to create things that are my own. I'm really great at copying other people, and I have been on this journey to refine my own creativity. And that's what a lot of this is for me. And in a larger part, also whimsy is being creative. It's taking what I have and turning it into something new. And I really excelled at this as a child. I was a self-proclaimed emo kid who didn't have a lot of access to like a Hot Topic or like all those typical places to express yourself. And so I often was taking what I have and turning it into new things and new ways to express myself and how I wanted to be seen and how I wanted my space around me to look. I consider that very whimsical and very myself, and a lot of what this project is an attempt at a return to form, to going back to being that 12 to 13-year-old kid who just wanted to create and was so limited in their supplies, but somehow was still more creative than when I've had access to everything. And for me, this is really important as a growing stage, and maybe in growing up we don't have to lose ourselves, but I'm willing to take that whimsy back. The final two projects I am working on for this gallery wall are framing two of my lino cut prints. And originally I was planning on kind of thinking like what really fits the vibe of each of these prints and painting the frames and the backgrounds in accordance to that. And after I did lots of thinking and brainstorming about what best fits the apple and the fish I did, I threw that all out the window and decided to follow what my heart truly, truly wanted, which is to paint my favorite motif, which is stars. What I really hope people can take away from this project is that whimsy is something that cannot be purchased. It has to be made and curated and loved until it feels entirely you. And that's why I think I have my own definitions of what whimsy means to me, and it might differ from what you might find whimsical or exciting, but I think in the truest way to ourselves is taking what we have and doing what we can with that instead of going out and trying to transform what we have and what we own into some perfect curated life. Curation takes time. I have been working my entire life to find things that I think represent me or make things that represent how I feel inside, and it's an ever-changing process. And once you embrace the fact that this is a process, you will genuinely become free. This little cross-stitch of mine was probably the second cross-stitch project I have ever created. I love it so deeply. And so this art print is probably one of my favorite. I think this is like a Tumblr post that I printed off. Girls Own the Void, yeah. And this is also another handmade project by me. I made it in high school. It is fully beaded and designed by hand. And these little stars are actually from an old birthday party decoration that I'm repurposing here. These are just postcards that I had for a long time that I just love the art on. So here it is all together. I've left some room for future projects and for things to be moved around and changed over time. Overall, I'm feeling very happy with it. I think it really makes that corner a lot more cozy and a lot less sterile. And since I've hung these up, I've actually found myself spending much, much more time in that room and wanting to create more and feeling inspired by the fact that, like, hey, I can take things that I don't like and turn them into things I do like. And I just hope people can follow this feeling and create their own whimsy too. Thanks for watching. I'm Estuaries. Go out and make your own whimsy.